Hello, welcome back. This is Shrikant Arji. Back to yet another episode on soap series.
சார் இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டு வந்து 500 கிராம்ஸ்க்கு இன்றைக்கி சோப் செய்யலாங்க. 500 கிராம் சோப்புக்கு என்னென்ன ஃபார்முலாஸ் அப்படின்னா கோகனட் ஆயில் லைம் வாட்டர் இது இருந்ததுனாலே சோப் செய்யலாம். சரிங்களா? இது வந்து பேசிக். அடுத்தது இப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா மாய்ஸ்சரைசிங்காக இப்போ நம்மளோட கிளைமேட் கண்டிஷன்ஸு மாய்ஸ்சரைசிங்காக நம்ம கேஸ்ட் ஆயில் ஒரு 5% மிக்ஸ் பண்ணிக்கிறோம். ரெண்டாவது இன்னும் நம்ம ஸ்கின்னை வந்து நல்லா இதாக வச்சுக்கணும் அப்படின்னா பட்டர் நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். சரிங்களா? வாசனைக்கு பர்ஃப்யூம் பண்ணிக்கலாம். இது அளவு வந்து நான் 100 கிராமுக்கு நான் சொல்லிடுறேன். 100 கிராமுக்கு 17 கிராம் கேஸ்டிக் சோடா, 35 கிராம் வாட்டர், ஆயில் வந்து கோகனட் ஆயில் வந்துங்க மொத்தம் ஆயிலோட வெயிட், இந்த பட்டரும் வந்து ஆயிலோட வெயிட்ல சேர்த்துக்கணும், கேஸ்ட் ஆயிலும் அதோட சேர்த்துக்கணும். அப்படிங்கிறப்ப இது 25 கிராம்ஸ், இது 25 கிராம்ஸ், இது வந்து 450 கிராம்ஸ். இது எல்லாமே நம்ம எடுத்து வச்சிட்டோம். இதுல வந்து தேவையான லைட் சூடு ஏறுங்கிறதுக்காக நம்ம வந்து உங்களுக்கு இது பண்ணி கூல் ரூம் டெம்பரேச்சர்ல வச்சிருக்கோம். இப்போ சோப் செஞ்சிடலாங்களா?
செஞ்சிடலாம். So before I mean what he says, he just spoke about the ratio. What we are going to do is we are going to use 100 grams of oil for 17 grams of caustic soda, 35 grams of water. Now here we are using castor oil as well as butter. So we'll use 5 grams of castor oil and 5 grams of butter. So in that way we use 90 grams of coconut oil, and the content is 5 grams of castor oil and 5 grams of butter. Now here they have used regular butter, which I may not recommend because it's pasteurized, so and it is an animal product. So those people who wanted to follow the vegan way of lifestyle, they can choose to add chia butter, kokum butter, any other nut butters you can add, and you can make it. Right. So yeah, and mango seed butter. That's ml. Sorry. So we're going to look at. It doesn't matter. See, my mind went into every time we measure liquids, we look at the ml, the milliliters, how much is going to fill, and that's the reason why I just adjusted so that I can see how many milliliters goes into it. Now we are just going with the weight ratio. Here what we are doing is we are making approximately 6 soaps, so approximately 500 ml or 500 grams of oil will get into it. He's been very accurate. When you say 450 grams, it's stopping at 450 grams, and you got to be so careful, So that's the reason why he's been conferred honorary doctorate very shortly by one of the universities for his research work on soap. Exactly 475 grams. He's adding butter. Now butter also. I think next time we'll make soap using kokum butter. You see, he's actually got it accurate exactly. Okay, so in a regular coconut oil soap making process, what we generally do is we take 1 cup of caustic soda with 2.5 cups of water, mix them both and keep it ready. I mean, it causes some amount of heat, so we allow it to cool down. After cooling down, we add oil to that process. Now that's where we are making a mistake. Now here in this process, if you would have observed, we've added oil and the required butters to it, and then we mix the oil and we kept it ready. Now into this, we are going to add the lye solution into it. Now that's the right method. இது ஏன் பண்ணணும் இந்த மாதிரி என்பது explain பண்ணுங்க. So why we should do it is what he's going to explain, and then I'm going to translate that in English.
சார் இப்போ வந்து நம்ம கோகனட் ஆயில், கேஸ்டர் ஆயில், பட்டர் இதை வந்து இதில் போட்டுட்டோம். இதை நல்லா மிக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம். இதை மிக்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு கேஸ்டிக் சோடா வந்து இதில் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக ட்ராப் பண்ணுவோம் சார். கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக ட்ராப் பண்ணி நம்ம இதிலே அப்படியே மிக்ஸ் பண்ணணும்னா நமக்கு இதனோட குவாலிட்டி அதிகமாகிடும். குவாலிட்டி அதிகமாகிடும்னா ஹார்ட்னஸ் வந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கும்.
ஒரு ஏடியா போட்டால் ஹார்ட்னஸ்
வராது. இங்கே பாருங்க, கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக.
What he's saying, when you make this lye solution, you have to add it extremely slowly by stirring the oil. That's where you get the real hardness in that particular soap. So, the first aspect where the soap is not very hard has been taken care of. So, when the soap is really hard, then it will not melt faster. So, the melting process will also be reduced.
கேஸ்டிக் சோடா மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் கேர்ஃபுல்லாக ஹேண்டில் பண்ணணும் சார். இப்போ நம்ம உட்காந்துக்கிட்டு பண்ணுறோம் அப்படிங்கிற மாரி அவங்களும் உட்காந்துட்டு பண்ணக்கூடாது. அதேமாரி பிளண்டர் யூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடாது.
Saying not to use a blender, use a wooden stick to stir. And you have to pour the caustic soda slowly. Sir, இது ஆயில் வந்து ஸ்லோவாக போட்டால் எப்படி?
ஆகாது சார். ஆகாது.
I'll tell you the reason why. So I asked him a question. Now you made this oil ready and you are pouring caustic soda solution slowly, and that's when you are getting your required hardness, and it has to go extremely slowly, and you have to be very careful. And you should not be making it like seating on the chair and table like this, and you know for a reason, because we are making a video, so we've been very careful while handling caustic soda. So I asked him a question. Now you made this oil and then you're adding caustic soda. Now what if you have caustic soda solution in this particular container and then slowly add oil? He said it will not happen. Now to my knowledge, I understand this is the reason. See, oil will always float on the surface. The moment you add oil, it just surfaces on top. So it would not mix well. That is one reason, because of its density. Now, but when you add oil, it actually sinks in. So the chance of water mixing in oil is faster. And mostly when I use coconut oil at home, I always mix the oil and I apply it to my skin, because I don't apply coconut oil directly on my skin. So I add a little water and then create a foam. I add water to the oil. I don't add oil to the water. Now this is what I do. I don't know why this has been happening for many years. I've taken coconut oil first, and then I have added water, and then I have created a foam, and then I have applied. But I think I would have tried when I put water first and I add coconut oil, it will not foam. So that foaming thing will not happen when you do this. இதுதான் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்ச reason. I think when I apply my thought, I'm talking to you while I'm thinking. So this is what I think. Now let me hear it from the expert. What is his observation? இந்த மெத்தடு நான் கொடுத்த எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் வந்து கரெக்டா? அதாவது ஆயில்ல வந்து ஏன் காஸ்டிக் சோடா போடணும்? கரெக்ட். வேற ஏதாவது ஆட் பண்ண?
இல்ல, கரெக்ட்.
இல்ல நீங்க ஏதாவது வச்சிருப்பீங்க ஒரு ரீசன். இஸ் தட் த ரீசன்? ஐ லாஸ்ட் இஸ் சன் ஹூ இஸ் ரைட் பிஹைண்ட் த கேமரா. நான் சொன்ன ரீசன் கரெக்டா இருக்கா? கரெக்டா தானே? See, நம்ம whatever we do, you know, in our lives, whatever process we do, we need to apply our thought. It's not that somebody's told us and we made it. Somebody's taught me bioenzyme and I made it at home. So when I observe when bioenzyme when I batch bioenzyme, so I have my own experience added to it. So I have somebody else's knowledge and I have my experience also. Like, so the knowledge comes with experience, and you add your experience to it. So that's the reason why when you make these things at home, you know, when you make soaps at home, you take the knowledge from here and add your experience to it, and you'll know why it works so well, isn't it? So let's follow the right method and ensure that we get the right product. So because we've got used to using soaps at home, make soap in the right method, and let's make use of it and make our lives better. Right.
பர்ஃப்யூம்.
So
பர்ஃப்யூம் வந்து ஒரு 100 கிராமுக்கு 3 கிராம் மினிமம் அப்புறம் உங்களுக்கு என்ன டேஸ்ட் இருக்குதோ 5 கிராம்ஸ் வரலும் நீங்கள் அப்ளை பண்ணிக்கலாம், போட்டுக்கலாம்.
இந்த ஃப்ரேக்ரன்ஸை குடிக்க முடியுமா?
எதுங்க
இது
இது ஒரு ஃப்ளவரோட வந்து எடுத்தது, இதுக்கு இது பண்ணிக்கலாம்.
Okay. All right. So he's saying we'll add some fragrance to it. So I'm normally skeptical about adding perfume or fragrance into soap because in my previous video I've mentioned whatever can get into your mouth can get on your body. Now you might have a question: can I eat that caustic soda? So that's the reason why we have to wait for the curing time. Yeah. So for 100 grams of soap, you would need 3 grams of fragrance or perfume. Now I asked him a question: can I drink that perfume? He said yes, because it is extracted from flowers, so nothing else added to it. There are no flower. So that's fine. We make concoctions and decoctions out of flowers. So here, this fragrance is made through distillation process. Yeah. So now he's made. It's come to the consistency of dosa batter. He's pouring it into the dye. Now the dye used here is silicone dye, and each dye compartment can help you get 100 grams of soap. So approximately 6 to 7 soaps. One thing I've observed, when you use that 1 cup, 2.5 cup and 6.5 cup ratio, and you plan, because you know, you would have measured, 6.5 cups would come out to be 1 liter of, coconut oil, and for sure we will not get 10 soaps. இல்லைங்களா 10 soap கண்டிப்பா வராது அந்த கணக்குல பார்த்தா. So that's where we fail. So here he's planned it so well, and we are getting 7 soaps.
இப்போ வந்து இதனோட pH பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 14 இருக்கும் சார்.
Alkaline இருக்கிறது, because caustic soda
இருக்கிறதுனால.
Yeah, so caustic soda is very high in alkaline. So on a pH scale, it shows blue, dark blue. So this is highly alkaline, which is not good. It causes alkalosis in the body. It's definitely not good. Right, so we are doing a litmus test. This is highly alkaline. The regular detergents, the laundry detergents that we buy are highly alkaline, which is not good. So right now, it is not advisable to use this soap. Once it hardens, it is definitely not advisable. So we'll wait. We have soap which has already been made. Here can we change the soap? Okay. So we have soap. What? So we're going to do a litmus test. So like Agni Pariksha, we're going to do a litmus paper Pariksha. Prithvi Pariksha, because paper is made from trees, cutting a lot of trees. You can't help it.
இது வந்து நீங்க சோப் வீட்டில் யூஸ் பண்றப்ப இந்த மாதிரி pH பேப்பர் யூஸ் பண்ணி பார்த்துட்டு அவங்க யூஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டோம் வித்தின் எ வீக். அது வந்து ஒரு சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன் அவங்களுக்கு.
You'll get a strip of these in medical shops. Correct. So you can just buy them and keep it at home. So before using the soap, you can just do a litmus test to check how good it is. So it has to be pH neutral. It's a little more than 7.7. Now that's the reason you have this color, slight greenish. So if you check the scale here, it will be around 7. It is between 7 and 8, I think. Yeah, approximately around 7 and 8. Between 7 and 8. Terida? Are you able to see? Yeah. Okay. That's it. The earlier one is 14. If there is something which is greater than 14, then you have that over here. Now that's the difference between this pH and this one. So that's about it. So we'll wait until this is dried. Once this is dried, then you'll get a soap which is like this. 100 gram soap bar, which is very hard. Even if I drop it, there are no dents. Dents were, I dropped a couple of bars in my bathroom when I was testing them. We made different types of soaps. So I dropped it a couple of times and I didn't see major dents. Not much. Just like how it happens to a regular soap, I have not seen such big dents. This is just fine. Right. So that's about it. So we have come to the end of soap making video, but before that we have a concluding statement to be made, which will be made by Mr. Manivannan.
சார் இந்த மாதிரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து இது பேசிக் சார். இது வந்து பேசிக்கா வீட்டில் நம்ம அவங்க செஞ்சுக்கலாம். இதில் வந்து நமக்கு என்ன தேவையோ ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ராக்ட் அல்லது ஆயில் அந்த மாரி என்ன பண்றோம் அப்படிங்கறத நம்ம நெக்ஸ்ட் வீடியோல விவரமா நம்ம.
Yeah, so this is the basic method of making soap, right? Now, if you want to if you want to make different types of these soaps, like if you want to add some oil extracts, if you want to add some herbal extracts, or if you want to add something else into it, we'll be teaching that. We'll be showing that in the next coming videos. So that will be shown by Mr. Manivannan himself. So that's about soap making video for today. And thank you so much, Manivannan Ayya. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And I hope you like this video. And if you like this video, please hit the like, share and subscribe buttons. And if you have any comments to make, you can make those comments in the comment section below. Even if you have to scold me for telling you that the previous method is wrong, it's okay, I'm ready to bear the brunt, but I know what method I followed was wrong. And this was the method which is right, and it is working out excellent for me. There's always scope for learning, there's always scope for improvement, and that is how we as human beings evolve. So this is Srikantarji signing off. Love you all. Bye-bye.